my name is Rachel Trigleth, and I'm talking about how the impact of celebrity influence affects how adolescents form their own political beliefs. Okay. So the problem is adolescents are more likely to form their political beliefs based off of a celebrity's morals due to increased exposure through social media. So the graph to the left shows the amount of minutes spent on a social media platform from 2012 to 2019. So in 2012, the average was 90 minutes, and in 2019, the average was 153 minutes. That was approximately a 41.2% increase in the amount of minutes teens spent on social media platforms. The Pew Research Center created this graph that compared an accumulative daily, weekly, less often ratio, and then it broke it down further into gender and age ranges. So accumulatively, 67% of all gender and age ranges were on social media daily. From this, we can also see that girls spend more time on social media than boys, and older teens are more likely to be on social media than younger age groups. Altogether, more than 50% of each category uses social media daily, increasing that exposure. Adolescence is a very crucial developmental time for young teens. This is the most influential part of an individual's life and when the exploration of self-identity truly begins. However, this is also the period of time that people strive to find belonging. Learning how to balance being themselves and fitting in with their social group can be particularly challenging during adolescence, a developmental period during which the need to establish a unique identity coincides with the desire to find belonging within social groups. Adolescents are highly influenced by everything within this stage of life. Trying to find your own self, but also trying to fit in with society is very contradicting. And your parents' opinions are becoming less and less important, while all the other outside influence and peer influences are becoming more of a major component in who you become. Adolescents heavily look toward celebrities and have greater attention to and preoccupation with media figures and celebrities relative to any other age group. Adolescents are also more likely to conform to societal influences in hopes of being accepted by society. So while we all strive to find our own unique identity, we also are more likely to conform with societal influences because we're afraid of becoming what we all call an outcast, or someone who might not have friends or might not be with trends and things that are cool. It's human nature to want to find belonging, and during the adolescent period of life, there is fear in becoming an outcast. Through the use and exposure of social media, teens have been able to stay connected with their favorite celebrities with a click of a button. This, however, has changed the dynamic of the celebrity-fan relationship. Adolescents are looking up to their favorite celebrities as mentors or coaches, people who in reality they can easily trust and rely on and believe what they say, find comfort in them. So, celebrities have been able, with the growth of social media, to have access very easily to their fan base, 24/7. Additionally, with more and more political turmoil being seen throughout the U.S., the entire world, there has been more political exposure than ever. However, this exposure is a two-way street. While some believe that celebrities should be able to express their thoughts on political issues, others believe they shouldn't. Taylor Swift, for example, had received criticism after years of keeping quiet about her political beliefs, but also received criticism when she endorsed Democratic candidates in Tennessee. Endorsements also go a long way. When a celebrity endorses a candidate, the likelihood of that candidate's votes increasing is majorly substantial. For example, Oprah Winfrey endorsed the 44th President of the United States, Barack Obama. Resulting from the endorsement, Obama had a significant increase in votes he had received. Some limitations. The exploitation of fake news. Fake news will never not be an issue because of how easy it is to put anything out into the internet, change anything on the internet. It just will not go away. The large scale of social media, because social media has become such a huge corporation and we're already so far into it, there's not a high likelihood of us being able to scale it back. Also, the First Amendment right and the continuing of the censorship issue. We cannot simply tell celebrities they cannot put their political views out on social media. That goes against the First Amendment right and against the censorship issue again. So my solutions are, the most important thing is to educate. Educate our youth. We need to reinforce critical thinking skills into school, and we need to heavily talk about where we can find reliable sources and not jump to conclusions. Another one is teaching to inform. Celebrities should put out informing information and not try to persuade their audience to think how they do.
How did your research question evolve as you moved through the research process?
So I started off with talking about the dynamic of like cancel culture and celebrities and how that negatively affect adolescents. But then I moved into politics because I think there was just a lot more there for researching it than there was with my original question.
Rachel, if you have more time, what additional research would you conduct related to this issue?
I would probably try and see if I could find anyone who had listened to maybe their favorite celebrity, and if they had continued to think the way they did, voted the way they wanted them to, just see if it followed all the way through into adulthood.